Hello, in this video we are going to talk about how to back calculate the number of cells per ml in an original sample once you plate the sample and have colonies. So here on your screen you have sample and you have the serial dilution, and I have already written down the total dilution factors for each of the tubes here. Say you selected tube number 4, and we always take 0.1 ml from the dilution tube onto the plate to spread the culture. And after spreading the culture, say you had 120 colonies. So you're taking it from tube number 4, where the dilution factor is 10 to the power minus 4, and you're taking 0.1 ml and you're spreading it. So remember, because this is 10 to the power minus 4 and you're not taking 1 ml, you're taking 0.1 ml, you are going to have a fold of 10 to multiply when you do the back calculation, because when you do back calculation, your objective is to find out number of cells per ml of the original sample. So first of all, this is 120 colonies, which is between 30 to 300. So which means the plate, the number of colonies are acceptable. So you have 120 colonies. You multiply that with the tenfold, because you did not use 1 ml, you used 0.1 ml, but you're calculating for 1 ml. So you multiply that with 10, which is your plating dilution factor now here, times the tube dilution factor, which is 10 to the power minus 4. But remember, we are going back, so this negative number is going to be now positive number. So it's 10 to the power positive 4, and then you calculate this, and that's going to be 1.2 times 10 to the power 7 cells per ml. And you'll see how I did this is 120 times 10, that is one more zero, and then 4 more zeros because 10 to the power 4. So your decimal is here, so you move 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 1.2 times 10 to the power 7, and that is the number of cells per ml in the original sample. And that's how you do the back calculations. Let's take one more example. Here again I have serial dilutions done for you, and you have your dilution factors already calculated for each of the tube. And say you're taking the sample from tube number 7 here, and you have 40 colonies on the plate. Again, it is acceptable because it's between 30 to 300. And remember, we always plate 0.1 ml. So now if you have to back calculate to find out the number of cells per ml in your original sample, you're going to take those 40 colonies times the dilution factor that you did here when you plated, that's 0.1 ml, but you are calculating for 1 ml, so you have to multiply with 10 to consider that, account for that. And then the dilution factor of your tube, which is 10 to the power minus 11 here, so you are going to do times 10 to the power 11. So if you do the calculation, that's 10 to the power 12 considering this, and then one more 0, 10 to the power 13. So it's going to be 4.0 times 10 to the power 13 cells per ml. That is the number of cells in your original sample, original 1 ml. Let's take one more example. Here are your total dilution factors of the tubes, and you have plated from tube number 5, 0.1 ml again, and you have 55 colonies. So you have 55 colonies, which is 55 cells, because each colony is obtained by one cell, times the dilution fold, that is 10, because we are trying to find out cells per ml, and then the dilution factor of the tube, which is 10 to the power minus 7, so you're going to do 10 to the power positive 7, and your sample is going to be 5.5, writing a scientific note using scientific notation. This is 7 zeros, 8 0, and then moving the decimal here, so you're going to have 10 to the power 9 cells per ml. This is your concentration of bacteria, or the number of cells in the original sample. And that's how you do the back calculations.